Hi, Andy Fillingham here with our latest October update from Great Central Railway in Nottingham. First off, the National Railcar Association are having their annual meeting in our area, so they spent all day yesterday riding up and down and driving our DMU Class 107, and today they're here for a ride this morning on the vehicle, and then they're off to Loughborough for their AGM, and then they're going to probably join into the beer festival. Last weekend, thanks to our very good friends at GBRF, we had a Class 69 locomotive which came in off the national network up the chord at Loughborough and joined us. If you look at the video, you can see the Class 69 climbing up the southern chord, up past the new bridge of the reunification, which is showing just what's going to happen in the future. It then did 4 trips, round trips to Loughborough and back, using our Class 20 as a brake converter, before it went back onto the national network via the chord later that day. First time it's been done for some years, so this establishes a principle that we can do far, far more often in the future. So a steam engine, any passing steam engine on the main line, could pop up the chord, spend a day with us, or it could stay for the weekend, but the principle has been established. Keeping the railway going is obviously a time-consuming and sometimes quite expensive business. So all this week coming up, we have got Rope and Rail who are coming to do a full examination of Loughborough Viaduct, sometimes called Stamford Viaduct. So there'll be people dangling off bits of rope, giving the viaduct what is probably its first proper examination for some years. So one of the things we're very lucky at Rillington is having some good workshop facilities and covered accommodation. And in some of our covered accommodation at the moment is the Thompson B1. So what I want to do now is just hand you over to Dave Horton, who's going to give you a couple of minutes update on where we've got to.
Most of the activities on the tender, we're getting ready to take the tank off. This tank is essentially life expired, so we're getting ready to lift this tank off the chassis. As part of that, there's lots of disconnecting of pipes and equipment to do. What I'm doing here is grinding the rivet heads off, because there's lots of rivets that attach this to this, and they've all got to come out and get drilled out. Quite a few months of work just to prepare it to be lifted. We understand the condition of this quite well, luckily. We know that inside is where the worst rust is. So what they call the baffles and all the plates on the inside stops the water sloshing around. A lot of that is basically rotten, so we're having to replace it. So we've managed to split the engine from the tender. The reason for that is so we can bring the tender over the pit here and get underneath it much more easily. The engine itself is over there. Phil is taking out the concrete in the smoke box, and Jim is busy getting ready to separate the 2 halves of the cab, and that's also we can eventually lift the boiler off the frames, because it needs quite a lot of boiler work as well. Currently the concrete is all around the blast pipe. The blast pipe needs to come out, other bits need to come out before we can lift the boiler and the smoke box off in one go. Basically, while we build up the funds, we can do a lot of the work ourselves. The dismantling is kind of the cheap part, really, and it's the labour intensive part. So we've got 8 volunteers this day, which is lovely, probably the most we've ever had on a single day, which is wonderful. So we're spreading our efforts, as you can see, on engine and tender, but the real cost starts when we start buying new components, having to make the new tank, having to put the tyres on the wheels, and ultimately the biggest cost is the boiler work. But we're doing what we can to keep things moving while the funds build up. If you go to thompsonb1.org, that's our website, and there's various ways of supporting us. You can become a member of the trust, which is probably the thing we'd encourage most, because a good regular income from membership is fantastic. Or you can donate to us as a one-off through our shop, which you can find through our website. The big push at the moment is to raise money for the tender. We need to raise about £60,000 so we can place the order and get started on our new tender tank.
Thanks very much, David. And further exciting news, Hochley Hill signalbox. This week, thanks to British Gypsum, and our great thanks to British Gypsum, the inside has now been plasterboarded. So the pictures show you how well they're getting on with it. Very soon it will be complete. Another fantastic step forward in the direction that we need to go to get Hochley Hill back up and running and commissioned so we can start passing trains again. We're very fortunate also to have our resident steam loco number 14 with us. Fortunately, it's coming to the end of its boiler ticket, so we are getting to the end of its current time in service. So we've got 2 final dates for you. We've got the 11th of October and we have got the 8th of November. So please use the opportunity to come and have a final ride behind this fabulous little loco before it bows out of service. And finally, I'd like to talk to you about our forthcoming bonfire night event. Last year, we sold out and literally had to close the gates. It was that crowded. So please buy your tickets early. They're available online now. Not only are there fabulous fireworks, there's a miniature railway working, there's a vintage fairground, there's refreshments, there's somewhere to get a beer. So come along and have a fabulous evening with the family. But if you can't make it, then of course we have our Jingle Bells. Starts the last weekend of November, it runs every weekend in December as well. It was fabulously successful last year. We've got a few tweaks to make it even better. We've got more capacity, so please come along, bring the kids or the grandkids, have a lovely day out. Just like to say thank you to everyone who supports us. We've had a very, very busy year. I'd like to thank all the volunteers who've done a great job. I'd like to thank everybody who's come to visit us for your support, and it's been a really fabulous year and we're looking forward to next year.